Cool me down. I'm feeling so excited. Right now. I'm hotter than the tropics. Miss Worldwide. Like you, but baby, let's go. Bianca. And love me all the way to Rio. Daisy girl. I'm feeling so excited.
Hi ladies, welcome back to Wedding Designer TV. It's Leah, designer and cultural connoisseur for the career-focused coffee lovers, wine enthusiasts, and fashionistas looking to create their own captivating, enchanting, and culturally infused weddings with a wow factor. Today, I wanted to address one of the recent articles that Preston Bailey released on his blog. It's called The Tale of Two Florists, but it could have easily been called The Tale of Two Wedding Designers, The Tale of Two Wedding Stylists, The Tale of Two Wedding Photographers. You get what I'm talking about, right? It's something that happens with everyone in our industry. In this case, it's called The Tale of Two Wedding Florists because Preston Bailey, wedding designer and celebrity florist, is the one who brought this to our attention. Thank you, Preston. On the blog, Preston responds to a bride's inquiry. She recently had contacted two different florists and given them the same basic request. When she received the quotes back from them, she had a $10,000 difference between the two florists. I absolutely love the way that Preston addressed this, and I wanted to chime in with a few thoughts of my own. I completely agree with Preston, and as a designer, I always want to make my clients happy. And I too fell subject to the creative pitfall that my client's happiness was payment enough. Like Preston, for many years, I gave away my designs. It's challenging, making your clients happy while being compensated for your talents. Eventually, we all learn that in order to keep creating what we love, to honor and respect those that work for us and with us, and to stay in business, we have to charge appropriately. Just a few days ago, a bride approached me about designing her wedding. When I got back to her with a quote, it was nearly double that of any that she'd actually received from anyone else. While I certainly hate turning away business, ultimately I knew that I would not be able to give her wedding the attention that it deserves, and simply referred her to another wedding planner who might be more cost efficient and meet her needs. But back to the wedding designers. Preston touched on two topics as to the reason why there was a cost difference between the two: experience and overhead. While overhead is a little bit easier to understand, i.e., think about a champagne. Champagne comes from a remote region of France with very small real estate and has a very large overhead to be able to keep up the number of bottles that it actually produces every year. Versus sparkling wine, which comes from anywhere else in the world, and let's say it comes from California with large vineyards and lower overhead. So the ultimate cost of the bottle is definitely a reflection of the overhead on the real estate. So I wanted to talk a little bit about experience versus talent. But if you want to hear what Preston had to say about it, go ahead and check out his blog, which I've linked down below. And you can see which florist the bride ultimately chose for her wedding day. Back to the designers. Both of them were clearly talented, otherwise the bride would not be comparing their works to each other. There is definitely something to be said about those who are naturally gifted in design, regardless of how many years they've been in business. The naturally gifted designer rises to the challenge with innovative ideas, but lacks a number of years under her belt. Whereas the experienced designers outnumbers the newcomers in the number of weddings, but may have lost the creativity that comes from a fresh perspective. So what does this mean to you as a bride hiring someone to design your wedding? First off, you should expect to pay more for someone who has the experience. Experience allows them to measure their work, the labor, and the materials that are involved in executing your vision. If you're getting a lowball price from an experienced designer, I'd be concerned that she is not confident in her work or does not respect her employees who do hard work, especially since no one likes to work for free. The less experienced designer may lack the number of years that it takes to get that experience, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't have it. The less experienced designer may have a lot of ideas, but lack a sustainable business model to keep her in business for a long time. Finding just the right designer can be a challenge. You might feel like Goldilocks, not too high, not too low, just right. To combine innovative ideas with the experience to cost out materials and work is the ultimate path to happiness and will leave you a calm, cool, collected bride on the day of your wedding. Ultimately, you want to find a designer who you can impart your ideas to and have the confidence that she can execute. So, in the comments below, tell me what your experience has been. Who do you think is overpriced when it comes to their services? Do you find that you get what you pay for? As always, the best conversations happen on FullCircleEventy.com, so head on over there and leave me a comment. Did you like this video? If so, subscribe and share it with your friends. If you want even more great resources to help you create your vibrant, enchanting, and culturally infused wedding with a wow factor, plus some designer secrets that I only reveal in my email, then head on over to FullCircleEventy.com and sign up for our email updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again on Wedding Designer TV.